What's your baseball philosophy? What gets you so far?
I mean, that's a tough question. You know, I mean, it's really just pitching. You know, there's really no different philosophies in terms of pitching. It's just pitching. I mean, obviously, you get ahead strike one. You know, if you get ahead strike one, you got count leverage for a lot of the time. There's a lot of good things happen when you get strike one. In terms of pitching philosophies, I don't really think there is one in terms of something a rule of thumb that I go by or anything like that. It's just get ahead and throw good pitches and get guys out.
Now, do you pitch to your strength or a batter's weakness?
I prefer to pitch to my strength. I think that there's times when you throw to the batter's weakness as well. You know, clearly if a guy has a hole, you want to exploit it. But when in doubt, in a situation where you might not know exactly what pitch to call, maybe he fouled a couple good pitches off, I always go with my strength when in doubt.
Now, first round draft picks, a lot of them make it to the major leagues, but a lot of them are getting passed up by guys drafted in the later rounds, like in the 50th round. Why does that happen?
I mean, I don't know if there's really an answer to that. I mean, I think, you know, sometimes guys come into organizations and with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder when they're drafted lower in the lower rounds, and that could be it. Other than that, it's just numbers. I mean, you put up numbers and everyone gets their opportunity, you know. And that's what's good about baseball in general.
Now, every spring training, every team brings in more guys. They sign free agents and make trades to compete with you at the major league level. How do you approach that?
You just kind of do your own thing. You know, you can't worry about that. You can't worry about what's going on behind you and in front of you. All you can control is what you've got in front of you, and that's, you know, the next batter or the next pitch or whatever it may be. And if you start worrying about outside influences like that, I think it really, you know, deters your focus on what the task at hand. And I think, you know, that's a big thing, is just keeping on focus on what the guys that you need to get out, get them out, and let the rest take care of itself.
Now, was there a time so far in baseball that you wanted to quit?
That I wanted to quit? No, absolutely not. I mean, you may joke around in the clubhouse about how tiring it gets, you know, shagging BP every single day. It's hot outside, you know, why do we do this every day? You get down. But really, at the end of the day, if somebody was to take the uniform off you, you'd really realize how much you miss it. So I don't think quitting has ever come to my head.
How do you handle the umpires?
The umpires are the umpires. You know, they have a job to do, and, you know, we miss pitches. We don't throw a perfect strike every time that we want to throw. So they may miss some pitches here and there, or miss a call here and there, but at the end of the day, they're pretty darn good, especially when you start getting up to these higher levels. They don't miss very much.
What about the fans, people yelling and screaming at you all the time?
It's funny, you know, they like to yell and holler at you and stuff, but really, they just yell at you and tell you you're terrible, but they all want to be in your position. So it's kind of funny. You just kind of laugh it off, and then once you get on the mound, you're zoned in, and you don't really hear much of that anyway.
Now, do you read the sports pages or Baseball America where they list you in the rankings or anything like that?
No, I actually have no idea about that. I don't really read much of the newspaper at all, or even Baseball America. I think I saw it when I was in high school a little bit, but since then I haven't really paid attention.
Now, what would you tell a high school kid about professional baseball that you learned the hard way that nobody told you about?
It's, you know, everyone always says, you know, baseball, it's a grind, and you can be told that all you want, but when it comes down to it and actually experiencing that grind is the toughest thing to deal with, the ups and downs of the grind. You know, the moments of great success when you feel like you're untouchable, and then the next outing you go out and give up a 10 spot, you know, and it's having to deal with that, having to deal with being even keeled when it's going great and still being even keeled when it's going bad.